Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams. I know niggas who played ball and gave it up for lean.
Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams, but my account in overdraft, I'm about to scream.
Rich man greed,
a poor man prayers,
every man bleeds,
but look how God made us.
Too many losses, it's only right that we win. I made a promise I'm never gonna lose again. Lose again, 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 lose again.
Under the Fair Use Act, these videos are for information and educational purposes, and I do not own the rights to any of these videos that are shown. All rights reserved to the original content creators.
Yo, what's going on? It's your boy SL550, and this is the Never Gonna Lose Again podcast. Before we start, man, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Help your boy on the road to 1K subscribers. I can't do it without you. So if you fuck with the content, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Also, hit that notification bell so you get notified every time your boy drop a dope video. So today, man, we're going to tap in with the Cartier family. They're going over this Rick Chow case, the guy that was accused of murdering the 14-year-old boy, Cyrus Carmack-Belton. I believe that this was in South Carolina, if I'm not mistaken, an open carry state. But that's neither here nor there. This kid, no matter what, even if what these people say are true, right, that he stole a water bottle, bro. He stole a water bottle. Let's just say this true. Even though we're going to go through all of this evidence, it still doesn't align with you taking this young man's life at the end of the day. He took a 14-year-old kid's life over allegedly stealing a water bottle. The justice system, there is no justice in the justice system. I've been through the justice system, bro. It's biasness. And it's a pay-to-play. It's a pay-to-play game with the justice system. If you got the money to play, you gonna play. Period. So, to me, this guy was a business owner. And even though he was arrested, I believe he was locked up for about 3 years fighting this case. At the end of the day, I'm pretty sure that he can afford to play. And he was able to, this whole situation crazy, man. We gonna get into it, man. But let's just get straight into this video with the Cartier family. Shout out to them. Their link will be in the description. If you're not tapped in, tap in with the Cartier family. Get them a subscribe.
We, the jury, unanimously find the defendant, N.G.L.A. Rick Chow, as to the charge of murder, not guilty.
I don't care what that jury said. There is no justification for that. It should never happen again. And it is not open season on black people for anybody to feel like they should be able to do it because the jury found him not guilty.
Tonight, the verdict is in. After deliberating for nearly 8 hours, a jury has found Rick Chow not guilty of murder in the death of 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack-Belton. And you just heard there from attorney Todd Rutherford, who is representing the Carmack-Belton family. That jury finding Chow not guilty of murder in that shooting death. The verdict again coming nearly 8 hours after deliberations. News 19's Kiki Gushu is in studio tonight with more details. Kiki.
JR, for hours today, it appeared the jury was struggling with this case. They asked to hear definitions of malice and murder again, sent multiple notes to the judge, and at one point, some jurors indicated they were ready to go home. But Judge Heath Taylor kept them deliberating, saying the attention surrounding this case made him reluctant to stop the process once it has started. Then, just before 8:45 tonight, the court announced its verdict.
Indictment number 2023 GS 40-07440. State of South Carolina, County of Richland versus N.G.L.A. Rick Chow. We, the jury, unanimously find the defendant, N.G.L.A. Rick Chow, as to the charge of murder, not guilty. Fine number.
The verdict ended a day that began with emotional closing arguments. Prosecutors argued Cyrus Carmack-Belton was a frightened child running for his life.
He died scared. He died bleeding to death. Rick Chow's face being the last one he saw. He died surrounded by strangers.
The defense told jurors the state was ignoring what attorney Sean Kent called the rest of the story. He argued this case was not about a stolen bottle of water, but about a father trying to protect his son.
They made you think the great Rick Chow, this evil human being over here, killed a man over $1. And that is disgusting, that is awful, that is abhorrent, but that's not what happened.
After the verdict, family attorney Todd Rutherford said the family was devastated.
There is no way that a child who did nothing wrong, who is shot in his back, how that jury can justify that verdict. I've been practicing law for almost 30 years. I've never seen anything like this.
Meanwhile, defense attorney Jack Swerling said the jury reached the correct decision.
And I just don't know what any parent.
You see how the lady was just watching them, bro? That's what I mean. Like, this the stereotypes. Now, we play into these stereotypes by, doing these things that give them reason to even have these mindsets that they have about black people, bro. And it's unfortunate, bro. It really is. And this is why things need to change, bro. Things need to change so much in our culture. Because if not, bro, our culture is really not doing anything but killing itself. That's truly just what it is, bro. It's actually like so ignorant of us to keep going down the path that we're going down as a culture. Normalizing the things that we normalize on a regular basis, bro. It really needs to change. It's not to sit there and say that, oh, black people are disgusting and no. What I'm saying is that we are allowing them to paint with a broad brush of the black culture. You know what I'm saying? Within movies, within everything. And this has been going on forever. You know what I'm saying? We allow them to portray us in a certain light. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we could just be telling our story, but at the same time, this is not it's not the narrative everywhere, bro. And it's not in every black neighborhood. Every black neighborhood is in a hood, is in a ghetto. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just crazy. But the fact that she was just standing behind him, just watching him, as if she just knows this guy is going to steal something, is crazy, man. And it's like, it's a part of me that's like, well, we black people brought that on themselves. But then there's a part of me that's just like, come on, bro. So this is how you treat every customer that's black or that has melanin in their skin. It's crazy.
Would do otherwise. I mean, nobody wants to take anybody's life, but you're going to protect your children. You're going to protect yourself. You're going to protect your wife.
County jail tonight. The Belton family says it will continue pursuing a civil lawsuit, while the defense says the jury's verdict confirmed what they have argued from the start, that Chow acted to defend his son. The Belton's family attorney also called for calm tonight, urging people upset by the verdict to express their feelings peacefully. Live in studio, Kiki Gashu, News 19, WLTX.
In May 20.
So mind you, he's going to go over the details, but the one detail that's crucial, right, is this guy is claiming that he was protecting his son. But you guys, they're going to show the video. The kid walked out first, the father followed. And then they could have, when the boy started running, they could have just let it go. All right, we're not about to chase this guy. Over a water that probably was $1. Let's just say it was the most expensive water on the planet. Let's say it was $100 bottle of water. They went and chased this kid. They chased this, two grown men went to chase a 14-year-old kid who they say, we'll see with the video, bro. So them sitting there saying that he's protecting his son. Protecting your son from what? Let's just say, right? This is a 14-year-old kid, so he shouldn't have a weapon. He said he had a weapon on him, right? But let's just say this was a grown man who had a license to carry and was in this situation. And killed that, and they were chasing that man, and they were chasing the man, and he turned around and killed the father and the son. Was he in the right to kill them for fear for his life of being accused or something that he didn't do, and then they started chasing him? So let's just say if the story would have went the other way and the 14-year-old boy got one up on them first, because he did have a weapon. Because he didn't steal nothing, but he's being chased by two grown men. So he turns around and lets it go and kills both of them. Would he would have been sentenced? Would he would have been found not guilty? So it's these things that you got to take into consideration. This stuff is crazy, man.
2026, Chike Rick Chow, 61-year-old Asian American convenience store owner in Columbia, South Carolina, fatally shot 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack-Belton in the back outside his Express Mart Shell gas station on Park Lane Road. Surveillance footage, which we're about to watch, showed Carmack taking 4 bottles of water from the cooler, then putting them back and leaving the store, and Chow wrongly accused him of shoplifting. Chow and his son chased the team more than 100 yards off store property, and Chow shot Carmack-Belton in the back. The team was unarmed in terms of any active threat at the moment of the shot, according to prosecutors. So they determined that he was not a threat. Through a loaded 9mm pistol with a laser sight. Though a loaded 9mm pistol with a laser sight was later found near the child. Okay, so he had a gun. Child claimed self-defense. He said his son had told him the team had pointed the gun at him, so he fired to protect his family. And South Carolina's stand your ground law was relevant in the case of defense. Says the incident has sparked significant community outrage, of course, grief in the local black community, and national attention due to the racial dynamics and the age of the victim, the pursuit, and the shot in the back. Says Chow was arrested the next day, charged with murder, denied bond multiple times. So he's been in jail for 3 years. Says in early June 2026, the trial took place. On June 1st, 2026, they found him not guilty. So that's today. He sat quietly as the verdict was read. The victim's family reacted with tears and indignation. The defense emphasized family protection in the presence of a gun. Prosecutors argued it was disproportionate response to a false accusation of minor theft with no theft actually occurring. Now the family, like they said on the news, has a wrongful civil death lawsuit, which they intend to pursue. Protests have occurred, and the case has reignited debates about self-defense laws.
Okay. This is bad. This is bad on both ends.
It is pretty
bad. Because the fact that
he didn't steal nothing is a problem.
And exactly. The store owner, I understand him protecting himself. I understand him protecting his store. But the fact that he ran after him
is pretty
crazy. With also a firearm.
It also says it was not independently proven with any evidence or witnesses that Rick Chow's son pointed a gun. Rick Chow's son had a gun pointed at him. So that was not proven. It says the man, N.G.L.A, testified during the case that he saw Cyrus pull the gun out and point it directly at him. That's the son. Andy said that he backed away, raised his hand, yelled he's got a gun to his father, and feared for his life. Rick Chow yelled for the team to drop the gun before a firing run shot. The defense framed this as a father protecting his son from an imminent deadly threat.
But
bro, hold on, bro. That doesn't even make sense. He says that, mind you, the kid got shot in the back. That's very important. The kid got shot in the back. He said that the son said he put his hands up and said, "Dad, he has a gun." He said the dad had the gun to the kid and says, "Put the gun down," and then lets off a shot. It hits him in the back. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense, bro. That doesn't make no sense whatsoever. The son says, "He has a gun. Dad, he has a gun. Put the gun down." Like as if the kid has the gun at them. Then he gets shot in the back. It doesn't even make sense, bro. That itself doesn't make sense. And how was the gun found? Was the gun in his book bag? Because that matters. How was the gun found? Yeah, he might have had a gun, but how was it found, though? That's the thing. And then you got to remember this, too. This is what you got to remember. Who's to say that the dad and the son didn't plant the gun, didn't go through his things and plant the gun next to him to make it look like he had the weapon pointing at them. It just doesn't make sense, though, that the kid allegedly, oh, he has a gun, as if it's being pointed at them, but then gets shot in the back. Come on, bro. That doesn't make sense.
All that is he say, she say.
Oh, here it is
Yeah,
right here.
but,
It says
but
here,
at the end of the day,
here's
they probably
prosecution.
looking at it. He had a gun.
He had
Yes.
a gun.
Yeah,
I
so
know.
they acknowledged that he had a gun, a loaded gun that was found near his body.
It was loaded?
Yes.
Yeah, he done.
They said
Yeah, he
they
done.
argued it fell out during the chase and was never brandished or pointed at anyone.
But it was
Multiple
loaded.
eyewitnesses testified that they saw nothing in the teen's hand, did not observe him pointing a gun, and
Exactly.
prosecutors called the shooting
It
disproportionate.
said eyewitnesses.
Eyewitnesses said that he did
Who
not
the
have
hell
a
is
gun.
here?
The people that were there that watched it.
Who?
I don't know, but they said
We're gonna watch the
eyewitnesses.
footage. We're gonna watch the footage right now.
Okay, well,
Here's the footage. Let's watch it. Let's watch
it
it.
says, all right, hold on, one
I ain't
more
gonna
thing.
lie, bro. None of that shit matter. He had a loaded gun. He's done.
Okay,
bro.
one more.
No, it does matter, bro. It does matter. And see that it's stuff like that, though. Like, I fuck with the Cartier family, but the thing is this. It does matter. It does matter. Because if he really wasn't a threat, then they pursued him and to kill him. Like, they went after this kid to kill him. And my whole thing is, who even knows the history? Because this kid is on foot, so obviously he lives in the area. So he's probably maybe a regular at that store. Maybe he has stolen stuff in the past. Who knows? So maybe they didn't like this kid or something like that. We don't know what's in these people's brain. And like I said, they shoot. So they're chasing this kid. So it's 3 people, right? There's eyewitnesses maybe in the area that saw the passerbys in the car, but they're there with the kid. It's them 3. So yeah, he might have had a gun in his bag or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't have it on him. And then they said he dropped it during the chase. But all of that stuff could be hearsay. We don't know because they were there. Before the police got there, who knows what they did with this weapon? And because they said it was found near him. So it could have been placed there. They probably went through his stuff, seen that he had a gun, and then used that. So they can use that for listen, bro. People are malicious like that. My biggest thing, though, is they chased a nigga for over 100 yards, bro. For over 100 yards, a football field. They chased him for over the length of a football field. And he got shot in the back. A kid, bro.
One more thing. Surveillance from the store showed initial interaction, not the full chase. The forensic testimony and other witness did not confirm the gun was pointed. Initial police reports and scene accounts also lacked immediate mentions of the teen pointing a weapon from the non-child sources. So
all that shit's out the window.
But he had a loaded gun.
Yeah,
so
all that shit's out the window.
how they look at it is like
nothing they bring up really matters when he says we found him with a loaded gun.
They said he dropped it though when he was running.
Exactly.
And that's even worse.
They also said the only direct eyewitnesses.
So hold on, you drop a gun. So he's running from them. He drops the gun gets dropped at some point, whether it was in a bag, in his pocket, or whatever it was, right? And he drops the gun. So that means he doesn't have the gun pointed at them. So the account of him saying, oh, he has a gun, as if it's being pointed at them, and they fear for their lives, and he feared for his son's life, so he had to take the shot and shoot him in his back. It doesn't make sense. This stuff does matter, bro. It does matter. So you're definitely wrong about that.
To the alleged pointing were the defendant and his son.
Look, all right, exactly. It doesn't matter. Like I said, this is all he say, she say. The Asian people could be lying, but it's a 14-year-old with a loaded gun. He's done, and he would,
in the stand your ground state.
14-year-old with a loaded gun, you're always gonna lose, man.
Yeah,
you're gonna lose.
I'm gonna be real. A lot of people have won self-defense cases because they had a gun on them. It happens in a lot of stand your ground states.
I do think the chasing him is a bit excessive.
It's
that
excessive.
is very excessive. But if you have a gun on you,
it's a big excessive.
That's a risk you take when you walk around with one.
But that's the thing, though. It's so much like before we get to him chasing him.
Do you
14-year-old with a gun, already the case thrown out.
But they don't know that he has a gun, bro. They don't know that this kid has a gun when he's in the store looking at waters, putting them back or whatever he did. And then he's seen going like this showing that he had nothing, no waters or nothing in his pockets. So there was nothing to make them even pursue him. It was really the kid, the son, who was trying to act big and bad and big and tough. You know what I'm saying? But he looked like he was a grown man, like not too old, but maybe 19, 20 years old. You know, he pursuing a 14-year-old kid over a bottle of water, over $1 water, $2 water. Like, and then y'all chase him for it over the length of a football field, bro. So they was chasing this guy for a minute. Come on, bro. It's not adding up to me.
14 gun loaded. I don't care what the hell happened afterwards.
So you think this shooting was justified?
I don't think
yes
it was proportional, really.
I
think he shouldn't chase the man.
I don't think
he shouldn't chase him. But I didn't look at it on the law. What the law gonna look at it is he had a gun and it was loaded.
It's over.
Based on the facts,
wasn't a good kid.
Okay, we don't know that.
Let's go ahead and leave out of here. We don't know that.
You got a loaded. You had a loaded gun.
Bud.
You had a loaded
Let's
gun
not
at
act
14.
liberal on here, Brandon. Let's watch the freaking body cam.
Oh, yeah. That's what I know that. That needs to put on the ice cream can.
Automatically, got to put his bag down. He can't even carry his bag in the store. So they must got a lot of people that steal out that store. These people be like, bro. It's like, I get it, bro. Like, you know, you don't want people stealing from your store. You build a business. Like, I get that part of it. Trust me, I totally get it. You know what I'm saying? But come on, bro. I'm pretty sure that this store is insured and all of that. And $1 water isn't going to bankrupt your store.
He's done.
Watching this like a
You
hawk.
come in with a backpack already. Now we on defense mode.
Okay, so they came and they're watching him, following him around the store.
Yeah, like, come on, bro. It's already like. She's literally chasing. She's literally following this kid. Pretending to put chips back and shit. It's hilarious.
If y'all know how them Asians get in the beauty supply stores, this ain't nothing new from them.
They're usually in bad areas.
Yeah, they definitely hawks.
Well, low income, I should say.
Yeah, this dude look bad.
Yeah,
Offer initially.
Looks like he's just at the store. Where'd his backpack go?
Over there, but his hands all in the pouch.
He's dead.
He just look bad.
Just a kid walking around the store, bro. Like, what? How does it look bad? I don't understand.
I can see why they thought he stole, though.
Okay, he's taking the water bottles out. And she watching that boy.
You look like you pocketing something.
Put him back.
So did he have the gun on him right now?
Yes.
He ain't have it in the backpack?
Where's his backpack?
He tell him empty your pockets.
I don't got no water in my pocket, bro. I'm still water.
And they chased him?
You know what I think happened? He probably had the gun in that front pocket.
That's exactly what happened.
And he was probably holding it the whole time. And to them, they thinking you stole something, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he said empty the pocket. He didn't want to empty the pocket.
So it's like,
but also, did he leave without his backpack?
Yeah, I'm confused. Where's the backpack? He picks it up outside. Look, he has a backpack.
This dude look bad, bro.
And they chase him?
Yeah, that's why it's a problem right there. They should have called the police.
I don't know if this is justified, guys.
No, they shouldn't have done it. No, it's actually not funny. Somebody lost a life, but you know, I'm gonna have to be real here, guys. The black community, this is what we love to do. We love to jump over the first fucking problem.
Okay.
If the 14-year-old had a freaking gun, yes, we all know maybe he shouldn't have got ran down and got shot. But let's admit that he shouldn't have been 14-year-old with a loaded freaking pistol.
Nobody's disputing that, bro. The kids having guns nowadays is out of control. We're not disputing that. But you gotta what people don't understand is they skip over the importance of how they got to this kid losing his life. That's what matters, though. Not excusing the kid shouldn't have that's the most obvious thing. A 14-year-old kid shouldn't have a gun, period. Like at all. And this stuff is out of control in our neighborhood. That's why I said the culture needs to change, bro. You know, we're being lied to, thinking that you gotta be, you gotta be like that. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta slide on the ops and do all this goofy shit in order to be down, in order to be accepted, and being a part of this killing culture that's been going on for like the last 10 years now. It's been crazy, and I get that part. But at the end of the day, even if he stole something, at the end of the day, none of them in that store knew he had a weapon on him. That's number one. So so you saying that, oh, he had a gun on him, nobody knew that until after he was killed. You know what I'm saying? So that's irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? Then they come out of this. Listen, when he walked into the store, they were already stereotype, bias, it's already racial. You know what I'm saying? Put your book bag on the jaw. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they do that with all the kids. I get it. Cool. Then she's like literally, he's in the store and she's actually sitting behind this kid, just watching him. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, he didn't pull his hands directly out of his pockets. So, can't sit there and say that he didn't steal something. But he leaves the store and they go and chase this kid aggressive as hell. You know what I'm saying? Aggressive as hell. So like, what would y'all would have did if he would have just stood there? Like, what would y'all would have did? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just go grabbing up on people, kids and shit like that, man. Regardless, that's what you have police for. That's what their job is to do, is to come handle problems like this. Period. So they leave the store ultra aggressive. You seen the dad. He looked like he grabbed for the gun or something that he had. I don't know what he was grabbing for. They leave the store and then they go and chase this kid for over the length of a football field, bro. Over 100 yards they chased this kid. And the only people that can say their side of the story is Rick Chow and his son. It's the only ones. And the son can say, oh, I fear for my life and my dad was just saving me. He was just saving me. So he shot this young 14-year-old kid in the back. You know what I'm saying? Yes, bro, I'll be the first one to tell you that the culture needs to change. It needs to be a dramatic shift in the culture. And things need to get better, bro. Because, it's out of control, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I've been through the system. I've been to prison, all that shit, bro. I done did all the dumb shit, all the goofy shit. Trust me, I done been on that side. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be the first one to tell you that shit is corny and shit needs to change. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, bro, this is not justified. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't give a fuck what you say. And it's not the fact that the boy is 14 years old. It's not that. That just makes it worse that y'all killed the child. 2 grown-ass men went and chased the child down and shot him in his back and claimed self-defense. Like, come on, bro. Yo, you can't make this stuff up, bro. You can't make it up, man. Let's watch a little bit more of this. But this is crazy, man.
That's literally not skip over that part. I don't want to hear anything else.
I do agree with that, but
they should have ran down.
I don't know if they should have ran down on him.
I think everybody in America can agree with that.
Yeah, everybody will agree with
that. But
that.
let's admit, should he have had that gun? Absolutely the freak not. So I see why.
Was he charged with manslaughter?
I see why it's a problem. But you know what? Let's see.
No, I saw he was charged with murder, but did he get charged as well with manslaughter? That's probably what they probably.
It just says they charged him with murder.
Because why he had 3 years then?
So now the problem here
says in 2023 he killed him.
Look.
So he can still be on bail.
They denied it.
The controversial part about it is it's a 14-year-old with a gun, and they ran after him, right? So we all know that's the worst. Like, oh, we don't know, that it's up for debate. But hold on. But when we're literally get down to actually what happened, forget the chasing, forget the 14-year-old with a gun. Let's say this is just what happened. Two people. Somebody's, I don't know, stole. People running each other down, right? And someone literally grabs a gun. You see the gun drop out of their pocket. We don't know how you see the gun.
Okay, so it does say that he was not a bad child.
Man, that's bullshit, bro. Come on, man, bro. Come on, bro. Let's stop the fucking video. We're gonna do this.
It says it. I looked it up. It says
fuck what that says. Fuck what everybody says. Fuck what the Asian guy says. Fuck what anybody says in the case. What happened is a 14-year-old had a gun. He dropped the gun. He got popped. Whoop.
That don't make him a bad kid, though, bro. That don't make him a bad kid. He bugging. He bugging. We gonna end it with that, but he bugging. At the end of the day, bro, listen, bro, kids do dumb shit all the time. They do dumb shit all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? And, you don't know why he had the gun. You know what I'm saying? But most of this shit be just trying to be cool. Trying to be, you know what I'm saying? Trying to fit in. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that this little kid was out there shooting motherfuckers, bro. We don't know. I'm not trying to sit there and make it seem like, oh, this kid was, a great kid. He's 14, bro. He's 14. At the end of the day, bro, it's nothing that you're going to explain to me. I've been through the justice system. I know how it works, bro. I know how this shit play. I know how this shit work, bro. At the end of the day, when you look at just off of the facts in the case, that's what's been presented. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The son fearful. Oh, my son feared first. Y'all chasing him. Y'all are chasing him. Who do you think really is scared? 2 grown-ass men or a 14-year-old kid who has 2 grown-ass men chasing him? Who do you think is scared? I don't think it's Rick Chow and his son, bro. I just don't. I'm sorry. It didn't, nowhere in this report that they're reporting on does it say that the kid raised the weapon, that the kid had a gun. All they said was that the gun was found next to him. But they could have put the gun there. Yeah, he probably had a gun on him, but it was probably in his bag. But they said it dropped. They said the gun dropped. So tell me how a gun dropping out of your pocket is a threat. It dropped. It fell. It was on the ground. So, like, to be honest, bro, this is one of them things where for the family, there's not going to be no real closure because, like I said, the only people that can tell this story is the 2 people that committed the crime. And of course, they're father and son. You know what I'm saying? They're going to ride for each other. So, which is expected. You know what I mean? So, this is unfortunate. Condolences to the family, man. At the end of the day, man, I'm like I said, bro, I'll be the first one to tell you that things need to change in the culture. Especially with the kids, man, because they're the future. And, our kids are being lied to. They listening to the music. They thinking they can't separate reality from music. They think that these rappers and shit are really out here putting in work and doing all of this shit that they rapping about. And they're not. And that's the thing that's why it's so important for parents to really be in tune with their kids and what they listening to and all of that shit. I know I am. I'm 100% on my son's ass because I've been through it. I done been through the bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't want my son to go down that path. So I'm on him all the time, every day. My son live with me, and I'll be damned if I let my son, be another statistic in the streets. It's not happening. Not on my watch. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, I don't know the kid's situation, if he had a father in his life or not. But you can't control everything your kids do. When you let your kids have some freedom and they go out there, you don't know what they're doing. All you can do is hope that they're doing the right things. You know what I'm saying? But this one is crazy, bro. Not guilty for what they did is crazy. There's no justice for the family for sure. So, you know. But guess what, man? They're gonna have their day. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I can say about that, man. But that's the show for today, man. If you fuck with the show, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, share the video, comment down below. Let me know what you think. Do you think that this was justified? Or you know, or are you looking at all the details that are being presented and coming up with the same conclusion that I have, that this guy should have been found guilty for this because they pursue him? Tell me what you think, man. Hit me in the comments. Definitely get back to you. But more importantly, man, hit that subscribe button for me if you are not subscribed to the channel. Help your boy on the road to 1K subscribers. Can't do it without you. This your boy SL550. This is the Never Gonna Lose Again podcast. Until next time, I'm out. Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams. I know niggas who played ball and gave it up for lean.
Millionaire thoughts, billionaire dreams, but my account in overdraft, I'm about to scream.
Rich man greed,
a poor man prayers.
Every man bleeds,
but look how God made us.
Too many losses, it's only right that we win. I made a promise I'm never gonna lose again. Lose again, 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 lose again.